Hello there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another spiritually infused Pilates mat flow. I'm Allie Marie. Happy you could join me today. So, today we have a root and sacral chakra flow. I wanted to say solar plexus. There is some solar plexus involved in today, but specifically the focus is on the energy from 2 fingers below the belly button down to your feet. So a lot more hip movement and leg movement. I've got more information about the sacral and root chakra below, along with a playlist for you to follow along with to just help enhance the experience and the energy that I'm sending to you or through this. If you consent to receive my energy, please nod or say I accept. If not, you'll just be getting a glorious Pilates workout today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Coming onto your mat, lying down onto your back. Now, doesn't matter what direction you face in, but arms will be down by your side, legs as close as you can together, and about 90-ish degrees in your knees, or what feels like that. And let yourself settle and sink in to the mat. Shoulders, ribs, hips, including the tailbone. So you should feel a little bit of an arc in your lower back or a natural curve, even if your lower back is still touching the mat. A couple of deep breaths here, taking in as much air as you possibly can, and then sending all of that air out, allowing yourself to sink deeper into the mat. One more like this as you breathe in and breathe out. Now, both legs come up into a tabletop position for some toe taps. So reach out of the hip socket. Keep that 90-ish degree in your leg as you lower down towards the mat. Maybe you touch the mat, maybe you don't. And then you lift to come right back up and breathe and switch. Lowering your toe down and lifting to come up. Like you're next to a pool or a body of water and you're just dipping your toe in to see what that temperature feels like. Keep the legs pressing together and feel them switch or brush past as you lower one leg and then lower the other. Next time the legs are back into tabletop, same thing, press the legs together, lower them down towards the mat, and then lift to come right back up. You should be feeling this more in the lower abs as you lower and lift, finding space in the hip socket. Keeping the whole back nice and still, and again, just moving out of your hips. For about 2 more. Last one. Now legs. We'll press nice and heavy down onto the mat, or feet will be. Legs stay bent. Arms up towards the ceiling, wrists in line with your shoulders. Curl the head, neck, and chest up. Keep the tailbone nice and heavy. Try to get the base of your shoulder blades off the mat, and then release as you lower right back down. Continue flowing like this as you breathe to curl up and breathe to lower right back down. This is our baseline. If this feels good for you, then stay here. If you're itching for a little extra, lift the legs up, keep them there, curl the head, neck, and chest up, and just keep going like this. Whatever you decide, you have 3 more as you lift and lower. For 2. Last one, curl up, hold, and start pumping your arms for the hundreds as you breathe in and you breathe out. Breathing in and out. Go ahead, reach one leg out long and then breathe and switch. Let the legs brush past each other as you breathe and switch. Nice. Next time, the knees in towards your chest, lift it up towards the ceiling, and then scissor. Just keep breathing and switching. Just breathe and switch. Last one, both legs come up, lower down, and lift for these last 2. And lift, Last one, keep pumping, curling the head, neck, and chest up. Hold, lower the legs down, and wrap. About at your thighs. Ankles can be okay, but aim for the thighs. For these last 3, reaching out of the legs for 2, and finding more space. And then go ahead, bring the legs together, bend the knees, lower the head, neck, and chest down. Lower your legs down, and reach your legs straight out in front of you. Let's take the leg that's closest to the camera. Bend that knee in towards your chest. Foot can stay flat onto the mat to start. Flex your foot. Press your leg, heel, arms, ribs, hips, all of it nice and heavy. And then extend that leg up towards the ceiling. Slightly turn the leg out for single leg circles as you circle out and around. And lift. Aiming for 5 circles. Hips nice and heavy. Circle is only as big as the hips stay still. We've got one more. And then reverse. Go away towards the camera as you circle your body out, down, and around. Using whatever part of your body that's touching into the mat as support. For these last 2, last one. Leg goes up towards the ceiling, bend the knee in towards your chest, lower it down, switch. Flex the other foot, knee comes in, rotate the leg, re-cement yourself down as you bring your leg across the body, down towards the leg, out to the side, and then up. Hips cemented. As you circle the leg around, working the muscles in that hip joint and strengthening the overall health of your hip. For this last one, and then reverse. And just notice how this direction feels different from the other direction. For these last 2, last one, then go ahead, bend your knee in, lower the leg, just have your foot onto the mat, other knee comes in towards your chest, both knees come in this time for TikTok or just windshield wipers, depending on what you want to call it. But arms stay plugged down. You can bring the arms out wide if you need to. But hip comes off the mat, shoulders stay plugged down. Knees are still in line with each other as you rotate away from the camera. Come back towards center and then switch to the other side. Holding everything from the upper body down and only twisting to the point where the shoulders stay plugged as you move from side to side. Play around with whatever direction of the leg feels good as you windshield wiper. And if you would like to, twist in one direction, hold, kick the legs out, bend to come in, go back through center, and then switch. Extend the legs, come in, and then come back. And keep going. Now, this is adding a little bit of extra weight on the outside of your body or the muscles on the outside of your body. So if you feel like you're challenged enough, stay here. If you're itching for more, next time you extend the legs out long, keep them there, come through center, switch to the other side, but keep everything in the lower body connected. And what I mean by that is you'll see it better when I come closer towards you, is don't let one foot go further than the other. Keep the legs together, toes in the same line as you switch from side to side. This will be our last one. Going away from the camera, shoulders stay down, opposite hip comes off, and then towards the camera, same deal. Come through center, bend your knees, lower the legs down. And now, leg circles. So each individual leg, hips may come off depending on what you feel like. So bring the legs back up towards the ceiling, lower the legs down, lift them up towards your face, separate the legs, lower them down, they'll come together, and then repeat. Do more like this. This is our rollover prep. I'm thinking we go into rollover next, but if that's too much for you today, or you don't like inversions, then stick with this. But next time your legs are down and together, go ahead, lift them up towards your face, press it into your arms, go over. Butt goes up toward the ceiling, legs parallel to the floor. Flex your feet, open the legs for your circle, slowly roll yourself down first. With control, bone by bone. Then let your hips touch. Lower the legs down, complete your circle. 2 more like this. Whoops. Going up and over. I hope you appreciate. You can hear my body wanting to go into that lift. Thank you very much. Last one. Good. Legs will come down and then we reverse the direction. So about 3, keeping the hips nice and heavy. Or 4. I believe we did 4 in the other direction. Before we go into the reverse direction of our rollover, if you're up for it. So next time the legs come down to your low point, separate the feet, weight into your hands, go up and over. Pull the legs together, roll yourself right back down. 2 more like this. Separate the legs, press into your arms, lift up and over. Close your legs, roll yourself down, and then legs come down. So start the circle, lift the hips to go up and over, complete the circle, melt yourself all the way down. Bend your knees in towards your chest, bend your elbows. Coordination on the mat. You can keep the head, neck, and chest down or curl up, but it's extend everything out long, open, close the legs, bend the knees, bend the elbows. 2 more times, open, close, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Last one, open, close, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Now for this next one, reach both legs out long, pendulum. One leg goes out to the side, legs touch together. Other leg sends away, comes together. Bend the knees, bend the elbows. 2 more like this, everything out long. One leg reaches out, hips stay nice and heavy. Other leg reaches out, hips stay nice and heavy. Bend the knees, bend the elbows. Last one, reach one leg out, then the other. Bend your knees, bend your elbows. I'm lowering my head, neck, and chest down for this last one. You can keep it lifted if you want to, or this last set. But now everything goes out long. Cross the legs over each other at the thighs. Just like how we did to finish off our hundreds, bend the knees, bend the elbows. 2 more like this. Everything out long, cross, cross, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Last one, reach everything out long, cross, cross, bend the knees, bend the elbows, hands behind your thighs, roll yourself up to a sitting position. And now for rolling like a ball. To bring our knees into our chests and to help give us a little bit of a moment. So hands in front of your shins, elbows out to the side, round yourself back, hands into the shins, shins into the hands. Find that balance point on top of your butt. Hold this. Roll back to the base of your shoulder blades and then balance on your butt for a moment. Breath powers the movement as you roll back and come up. For me, it's an inhale back, exhale, come up. We've got 3 more as you roll back and come up. If you would like a little bit more of a challenge, come out to a teaser. Bring yourself back in, find your ball, same thing, roll back, come up, option to teaser out, reset yourself, roll back, come up. Last one, reach and hold, regardless of what you're doing, although I recommend the teaser if you're up for it, and give yourself some leg circles. For 3, 2, 1, reverse your leg circles. You've got 3, reach out of the hips as much as you can, and then go ahead, bend the knees in towards your chest. Lower yourself all the way back down. Arms down by your side, feet nice and heavy into the mat for your shoulder bridge. So press your lower back down into the mat, curl the hips towards your face, and roll up through the spine. Send the weight into your shoulders. Feel the stretch on the front body for a breath, and then melt yourself all the way back down. Shoulders, ribs, lower back, hips uncurl last. 2 more like this. As you roll up, feel that stretch. Melt yourself all the way back down. Keep pressing your arms nice and heavy into the mat as you go about this series so you can keep a nice stretch in your shoulders and still work the back body and stretch out the front body. Now, roll into that bridge 1 more time. Hold. Lift 1 leg up. You can keep it bent or it can go straight. I'm going to straighten my leg today. Lower the leg down and then lift to come right back up. You can reach and flex as you lower, point and lift as you move the leg. For these last 2, lift even more, pressing your arms down. Last one, lift up towards the ceiling, lift the hips up a little higher, bend the knee, lower the leg down, switch to the other side. Knee comes in towards your chest, leg goes up towards the ceiling. You can flex the foot, lower it down, and lift, or keep the leg bent the whole time. As we do about 5 lifts and lowers, arms nice and heavy, leg or knee reaching up towards the ceiling. Next time the leg comes up, you can bend it if it's not already bent. Lower the leg down, find a little bit more space in the spine, then melt yourself all the way back down. Now, I need to readjust myself on the mat because I did a little scooting with rolling like a ball. But next, backstroke on the mat. If you can keep the chest lift the whole time for this, awesome. If not, keep the head, neck, and chest down, but knuckles are together in front of your forehead. Ideally, head is curled up, knees is bent in towards your chest. Both arms and legs reach up towards the ceiling. Open them out to the side. Circle the arms and the legs. Reach towards whatever it is in front of you. Bend the knees. Bend the elbows. 2 more times in this direction before we reverse. As you lift up, circle out and around. Hands reaching over your thighs. Bend the knees. Bend the elbows. Last one. Reach everything up. Open. Circle around. Bend the knees. Bend the elbows. Reverse. Everything goes out in front of you. Open the arms and the legs. Circle up towards the ceiling. Bend the knees. Bend the elbows. Reach everything out long. Find more space. As you circle out and around, bend the knees. Bend the elbows. Last one. Really reach through the limbs. Circle out and around. Bend the knees. Bend the elbows. Lower yourself down and then turn over onto your side for some side lying stuff before you go along with this party a little bit more. So the back of your body is about in line with the edge of the mat as much as you're able to. Hand is a pillow for your forehead. Option for your hand to be onto the mat. That will be your kickstand or behind your head. But whatever you decide, lift both legs up, bring them to the front edge, and drop that top hip down towards the mat. Give yourself some space as you lift the leg up to hip height, lower it right back down. Keep reaching through the top leg as you lift and lower. Keeping reps short, because we're here for a good time, not a long time. I love that phrase in the Pilates room. Bend the knee, bring your leg behind you, sweep the leg forward and backward, knee into your chest, Hip goes down towards the edge of the mat, and then bring the leg behind you. Hips stay nice and still. Feel like you want to poke whatever that surface is behind you. For me, it's my springboard. For you, it might be a wall, your entertainment center, the couch, who knows? But move out of the hip socket. Hip stays nice and still. Knee comes in towards your chest. Keep that space in the torso as you bring the leg forward and backwards. If you would like more, next time you bring the knee in towards your chest, flex it out in front of you for a full kick. Point the foot, sweep the leg backwards, flex the foot, sweep the leg forward. Point, sweep back, flex, come forward. Keeping the leg bent is totally fine. We are progressing into bicycle though. So if you're up to going into that full bicycle with me, wonderful. If not, then pick which variation works best for you. But next time, for those of you going into bicycle, sweeping the leg back with me, bend the knee, feel like you want to poke the wall behind you. Knee comes in towards your chest, kick the leg out in front of you, reach the foot back, keep that bottom leg as a nice kickstand, bend the knee, bring it in towards your chest, kick the leg out long, and keep flowing. For me, I'm naturally flexing the foot as I rotate back. I feel like that's incorrect with the choreography, but that's what my body wants to do. So I'm honoring that and placing a higher priority over what feels good right now in my body and what my body wants to do rather than what the repertoire says. However, next time the leg is out behind you, sweep it forward, bend the knee, reach it out long behind you, and repeat. Kick forward, bend the knee in, reach the leg out long, and then sweep it forward. For these last 5, keep finding space in that hip socket for 4. You've got 3, 2, last 1. Then, legs will come up on top of each other. Rotate that top leg up towards the ceiling. So the heel will go down towards your top, bottom leg, toes go up towards the ceiling. So a nice easy lift up, reach as you lower down. Keeping that space in your torso as you lift and lower. Now again, this can be our baseline. I'm thinking we go to nice big circles. So if you're up for it, next time the leg comes down, sweep the leg out, up, over, and then lower right back down. Massaging the hip socket, just like how you did for your single leg circles earlier. We'll do 2 more circles before reversing the direction. Last one. Lower the leg down and then go ahead and reverse. Kick it back, lift up, lower the leg, and continue on your circles, reaching out of the hip socket. Maybe this direction is smaller. I know I need to make this circle smaller, but we've got 2 more. Last one. Then go ahead, bend that top knee, bring it down onto the mat. Take your hand, bring it in a little closer to you. Flex the bottom leg, inner thigh lift. As you lift that leg up off the floor and then lower right back down. Keep lifting and lowering. Reach out of the heel. I have my foot flexed. You can have a pointed foot, but I find it's more energizing with the flexed. These last 2. Last one, lift and hold. Flex your foot and lift. Nice. Keep reaching for 3, 2, 1. Lower yourself back down. Find yourself onto your stomach. I felt like I did a good job on that one. I hope you feel like you did a good job too. Positive reinforcements and reminding ourselves we're doing well is nice. Stack your hands on top of each other. Place your forehead on top of your hands to create a pillow for your forehead, and turn the legs in towards each other. So about mat distance, but heels together, toes are apart. Reach the legs out behind you, and then slower body swimming. So just lift one leg up at a time. Reach through the legs. That's where you're finding the lift. Press the hips down into the mat and feel like I'm trying to slide a sheet of paper in between your stomach and the mat. So you want to make space for that sheet of paper as you lift one leg up at a time. Ideally, still not touching the mat, but you feel one leg getting higher and then the other. Keep going like this. And if you would like a little bit more, make it faster as you flutter and reach for last 3, 2, last 1. Lift, reach, hold. Bring both legs to your high point. Bring your heels together as much as you can and then open right back up for some beats as you squeeze in and release. Let's do 3 more slow ones. Continue to reaching out through the hip socket. Last 2. Last 1. And now 10 quick ones. Focus more on the in, feeling those inner thighs as you've got 3, 2, 1. And then lower yourself all the way down. Maybe you find yourself into a child's pose. I'm going into a pigeon stretch so that way I can open up the butt a little bit more. And you can either stay onto your hands, you can come down onto your forearms. I find this puts more weight and pressure into my thigh, which opens up my butt a little bit more. You do what feels best for you. Quick intermission before we go to the other side for a side lying work, which is also why I wanted to do this pigeon stretch. It has a dual purpose, transition and stretch. But come to a kneeling position, facing the opposite edge of your mat for thigh stretch on the mat. So now opening the lower body and working the back body a little bit more. Shins nice and heavy into the mat. Arms are out in front of you. Keep the gaze forward as you hinge back. The only thing that's moving from the spine is your gaze or your head, and then press into the shins as you come right back up. Find that plank. Keep that kneeling plank as you hinge back and lift up. We'll do this for 3 more. And lift. I'd like you to feel a stretch starting from your knees, going up your thighs. Press the hips forward, or keep pressing the hips forward to help keep with that alignment. This is our last one. Lift up, then go ahead, sit yourself back onto your heels. Face the opposite direction for your mat. Legs will go out long. Go ahead and lie down onto your side. Head or hand is a pillow for your head. Shoulders up towards the edge of the mat. And hand, it can be a kickstand in front of your torso, or it can be behind your head. But whatever you decide, mine's also going to be a ponytail. You lift the legs up and you move them towards the front edge of your mat. Drop that hip, top hip, towards the end of the mat. Legs are nice and parallel. Anchor the bottom leg and just lift and lower for about 3 times. Feel your center working and lift the side body. So that way you just feel at least the upper part is nice and balanced. Leg will come up to hip height. Go ahead, bend the knee, still keep the hip dropping. You're gonna bend the knee or bring the knee in towards your chest. Push the leg out long as you reach out behind you. Bend the leg in, press right back out. Very similar movement to our single leg toe taps in terms of still keeping the hips still and the same angle in the knee as you move, but now we're on our sides. If you're up For a little bit more, reach the leg out behind you. Full side kick. Find space as you reach your leg out of your hip socket, reaching through the lower body as best as you can, and keeping the hip nice and still. What's moving is your leg in the hip socket. Now you can pick whichever version works best for you. We have our bicycle coming up next though. The next time you reach the leg out behind you, bend the knee comes in towards your t-shirt, kick the leg out long, and then sweep the leg back. Bend the knee, sweep the knee in towards your t-shirt, find more space in the torso as you kick the leg, and then maintain that space out of the hip socket as you kick the leg backwards. We'll go for 5. Finding as much space as you can for 4. Keep reaching for 3. 2. I'm proud of myself for keeping that bottom leg down a little bit more. Last 1. Now leg goes out behind you. Keep it behind you. Bottom leg is your anchoring point. Sweep the leg forward. Bend the knee. Reach behind you with your foot. Feel like you want to poke the wall. Kick the leg out long. Sweep forward. Bend the knee in. Point back. And then just keep flowing. My hip wants to dance in this direction a little bit more. So I'm going to place my hand on top of my hip just to remind me to keep it still. You can do whatever works best for you. But we have 3 more circles. For 2. Keep reaching. Last 1. And then leg. They'll come on top of each other. Bottom foot or leg stays nice and heavy into the mat. Rotate the leg out so the heel is going towards your bottom leg for our lifts and lowers. So we have a nice big lift and lower down. You can lift, find as much space as you can in your leg, and lower. This side is my focus side. So we're going to bring the hand back down onto the mat. But if you're up for it, let's do our leg circles as we sweep the leg forward, up, around, and over. Sweep forward, up, around, and over. We're aiming for about 5 in each direction. So this should be our last one. And then reverse. This is our test run. Not for us in this movement, but keep reaching your leg out for Luna because I have a new setup for her. So we'll see how much she's enjoying it and keeping out of the frame since she was scratching a lot at the door last time. Thank you for flowing along on our journey on seeing what works best to give you the best video. Now, I believe we're going on 7 circles. So next time the leg comes down, bring your legs together. Bring yourself up to a sitting position and pigeon stretch on the other side. Nothing else for the back body, but you still need a nice pigeon. Also, I didn't say this in the other direction. The kinder version of this is a figure 4 stretch. So if you'd like to do the figure 4 instead, that's totally fine. I'm going to go down onto my elbows. Yes. For those of you who don't know, my doggy is my Biffy. Solidified this week when somebody asked me if I was texting my best friend. And my first thought went to, Luna doesn't have a phone. So here, attached at the hip, or as attached as we can. Now, moving on with the class. Thank you for holding space for me and my personality and sharing a bit of myself with you. If you like it, we'll continue. If not, no big deal. A little bit of corkscrew next. So, our prep first. Go ahead, lie down. Legs will be nice and heavy. We'll start with our lifts and lowers or going back to our TikTok windshield wiper prep. I need to lift my hips up a little bit to help for space with the back body so I don't get stuck and adjust my hair. Take this moment to do whatever adjustments you feel like you need to, but legs will stay together. We'll start towards camera side. Lower the legs towards the camera. Shoulders stay down. Opposite hip comes off. Lower down, camera side. Both legs and hips. Legs stay lifted. Hips stay onto the mat. And then sweep them up towards the other side. And then up towards the ceiling. If you can give yourself a little bit of a hip lift, awesome. If not, then just focus on this circle where the opposite hip comes up. Lower the legs down, around, and lift. So you go towards one side, lower down onto that side, both hips nice and even. Other hip comes off, and then up towards the ceiling. Keeping the shoulders heavy. If you're up for full corkscrew, as you bring the legs up, press into your hands, roll up and over, just like how you did for rollover. But this time, start to bring your feet towards the camera. Roll down your torso on the camera side first with control. One hip touches. Continue to lower the legs down towards that side. Both hips will then touch and then come away from the camera. Lifting up and over. Complete your tick-tock or your circle. Sweep the legs towards one side. Roll yourself down on that side. Hip will touch. Both hips come onto the mat. Sweep yourself up and over. On the other side, legs come back to center. One more time in either direction. Roll yourself down, which for me takes a lot of control, so I just don't plop down onto the mat. Both hips nice and heavy. Come up and over. Legs go back together, parallel to the floor, and then swap. Going down away from the camera, both hips will touch. Come up and over. Legs come back to center. Roll yourself down. Ooh, just like how you did for rollover. Having the hips nice and heavy. Now, legs will come towards the side. Roll up as a transition. If you know what I'm talking about, great, you can do it with me. If not, then just bring yourself up to a sitting position. But open leg rocker as a little bit of a boomerang prep. I'm actually going to scooch back a little bit more. So knees can come in, hands hold on to your shins. Ideally as close as you can towards your ankles. But wherever you place your hands, keep your hands there. Roll back onto your butt. Balance on your butt. Open the legs. Ideally about shoulder distance apart. Find that nice flat back, just like how you did for teaser. Or if you did the teaser from the rolling like a ball. But then tuck your hips towards your face. Begin to round back and then bring yourself right back up. Hands into your shins, shins into your hands. Roll back, come up. Trying to stay off the head, neck, and chest as you roll back to come up. Ideally, we're going into boomerang. So if you're like, no boomerang for me, you can stay like this, or you can go to your rolling like a ball. But if you're up for boomerang, let both legs come down. I don't know if you heard that little bit, but I'm taking that as a confirmation for all of you who are just like, no boomerang today. Hands to the sides of your hips, sit up nice and tall. Flow into it. Bend the elbows a little bit, tuck your hips towards your face. Legs come up with you. You go up and over. Open the legs about shoulder distance. Close the legs, rehook the feet. Roll yourself back down. Find your teaser. Circle the arms around as you lower the legs. Open the head, neck, and chest up. Or more, open the back body up as you look down towards your thighs. So this is really more of a back stretch, and you find a deeper space in the back of your rib cage before you circle out and around, and then stack yourself up nice and tall. I like to touch my legs when I get back into position. And hands down by your side. A little bit quicker, me not talking as much towards each of you. But tuck the hips towards your face, roll back over, open, close, roll yourself down. These are the arms, circle the arms around, round the ribs, back and up towards the ceiling, stretch the arms, circle out and around, roll yourself up nice and tall. 2 more times. Roll back, over, open, close, roll yourself down with control, find that teaser, circle the arms around, open up the back body, gaze down towards your thighs, circle the arms out and around, sit up nice and tall. My dear. Roll back, open, close, roll down with control, teaser up, circle out and around, find that space in the back of your rib cage, round a little bit deeper, arms come forward, sit up nice and tall. Last one. Roll back, open, close. I'm coming back down. Coming up. Circle the arms out and around. Thank you very much. But we've got our boomerang. We roll forward. If you have your pets with you and they're giving you kisses right now, take that as a sign that you did a good job. We've got a couple more. Bring your hands behind you. Ideally, hands are straight. They can be out wide. You can come down onto your forearms if you need to. I personally need to bend my legs. But bend the knees in towards your chest. To start, arms are out as wide as you need to. Keep the upper body nice and still. Bring the knees in towards your chest. Legs pressed together. Go towards the camera, down, up, and lift. You keep going just like this, alternating your directions. And ideally, you're just moving from the lower body, although my shoulder earrings are coming up. If you'd like a little bit more, reach the legs out long and circle them out. Now the hips are moving. You're moving from the belly button down as you make your circles, regardless of whether the legs are bent or straight. Last one. In either direction, then go ahead, bend the knees in. Bring yourself down. I lied. I forgot about our planks. So, back plank before we go into our front plank or control balance. Legs are going to be out in front of you. I like a V foot with my feet. If you feel stronger with a parallel foot, more kudos to you. But hands are out behind you. Keep your body nice and strong. Heart goes up towards the ceiling. Lift the hips up. Lower right back down. This is our baseline, as in we will be holding the plank and lifting a leg. If this feels good for you, then go with it with me. If not, keep doing this. The next plank, lift the hips up, hold, reach one leg up towards the ceiling, lower it right back down, reach out through the hip socket, other leg lifts and lowers, using that bottom leg as leverage to kick the leg up. We've got 2 more to either side. Last one, keep your arms pressing down into the mat, lower the hips. Because of flow, control balance first. My personal flow, not flow of the order. The modification for control balance is lie down, reach one leg up, hold on as close as you can to the ankle, other leg reaches out long, try to keep your chest lift, flex your feet, breathe and switch. Breathe and switch, breathe and switch. We didn't do this today, but you may or not be familiar with scissors from the series of 5. This is the same shape, different position. If you're up for full control balance with me, let me adjust my hair. Arms come down by your side. Bring yourself into your inversion, up and over. Circle the arm up with your head. Reach for one leg. Pull it down. Up circles up towards the ceiling. Breathe and switch. Lift the hips. Whoop. Almost fell back down. Have it go up towards the ceiling and continue going. Again, ideally, you're reaching towards your ankle and you're trying to get your foot onto the floor. That is not in there for me today. This is what my control balance looks like. Last one to either side. And go ahead, legs come together. Bring yourself back up. Turn over onto your back. Not onto your back, onto your stomach. Hands will be out in front of you. Legs can be bent. Heels together, toes are apart, or parallel foot. But lower the hips down. Tuck your toes under. Forearms is also an option. I'm just going onto my hands. Lift the legs up and hold. Just like how you did, or how we did before with the back support. You're going to have one leg lift, but you're keeping the plank the whole time. Lower the leg down, switch and lift. Lower the leg down, switch and lift. There is a forward and backward movement. I'm not feeling like doing that today. You can lift the leg, move forward, backwards, and lower if you want to. That's completely up to you. And if you're on your knees, you're just reaching one leg straight out behind you, but keeping your plank from head, shoulders, rib to hip. Lower yourself back down and reach to the other side and lower back down. Whichever it is. But we've got 3 more to either side. 2, keep pushing the ground away, hips lowering down. Last one. And then go ahead. Bring yourself down. I feel like doing a child's pose. You do whatever your rest pose is. But this is me saying thank you for joining me for our root and sacral flow. We did get into some advanced territory. Please listen to your body and follow the modifications and layers that I provided. Or at least I'm hoping that you did. And if anything was unachievable, then I hope you took a moment to just maybe view or meet your body where it was today. But thank you. Love you, beautiful souls, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.